For years, Prince William and Duchess Catherine's family has been presented as the epitome of perfection in the public eye. With 3 charming children and a seemingly idyllic life, they've come to symbolize happiness and stability within the British royal family. Yet as with every story, there's more beneath the surface. A secret long concealed and one that no one saw coming has remained hidden for years, only now coming to light as the veil is lifted. The royal family has always been under the constant gaze of the public, yet behind the palace walls lies a hidden story one never before shared. Beneath the facade of calm and happiness, a secret child has quietly lived, waiting for the moment when the truth would finally come to light. When this child's existence is revealed, the world will be stunned forever, altering our perception of the royal family and marking the beginning of a new chapter in the lives of these iconic figures. If you find this story intriguing, drop a comment with the number 1. If not, leave a 0. Don't forget to like, share the video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more exciting content. Now let's dive into the story. One evening, Catherine quietly whispered a remark soft, yet laden with deep pain. That night, everything shifted. The truth long concealed with care could no longer stay hidden. No one could have foreseen this revelation, the existence of a 4th child, a life kept entirely in the shadows, unseen by the public for years. There was never the right time to share, she said, her voice trembling, her eyes brimming with tears. And now, as this long-kept secret is unveiled, the world stands in disbelief, unable to comprehend the truth they've just been confronted with. Whispers rippled through the palace, quickly spreading like wildfire and sparking a flurry of questions. What other secrets lurked in the shadows? A truth had shattered the fragile peace, dismantling the silence the royal family had so carefully preserved over the years. Things would never be the same. Kate's confession, though quiet, was immensely powerful, igniting a storm of curiosity and controversy. The world couldn't tear its focus away from the royal family's stories, their hidden truths, and time-honored traditions. News of a new royal member always commanded attention, but this time, it wasn't the birth of a child that captivated the public. It was something much more profound. A long-guarded secret now brought to light. At the royal household, Prince William and Princess Kate recently revealed a heartwarming surprise to their children, a moment of joy that the whole family embraced with delight. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis couldn't contain their excitement when they learned that their beloved dog, Orla, had given birth. Prince William, with a proud smile, shared the happy news with a friend, revealing that Orla had welcomed 4 adorable puppies into the world. Orla, the black cocker spaniel that Kate's brother James Middleton had gifted to the family on a special occasion, has become an irreplaceable member of the royal household, cherished by all, especially by William and Kate's young children. With the arrival of 4 tiny puppies, Orla has captured the hearts of not only the royal family, but also many within the royal household. The puppies have become so adored that insiders reveal the entire family, especially the children, are incredibly attached to Orla and her new little ones. While Lupo, the family's cherished dog from before, will always hold a special place in their hearts, Orla has brought a fresh energy into their lives. Her presence has strengthened the family's bond, and with the puppies now part of their world, their home is filled with laughter, the sound of tiny paws running after each other, and the sweet barks of the adorable puppies. At this point, it's still uncertain whether the royal family will keep all of the puppies, but one thing is for sure, their home is overflowing with love. The joyful moments, laughter, and soft barks of the puppies have filled the household with warmth and happiness. Regardless of how the world around them may shift, or what secrets the royal family may have yet to reveal at this moment, the love and unity within the family stand as the most cherished and valuable thing of all. In April, William and Kate posted a heartwarming photo of Orla on Instagram, accompanied by a touching message that celebrated the animals who bring joy, companionship, and love into our lives. They are not the only members of the royal family who hold this sentiment. Sarah Ferguson, the former wife of Prince Andrew, revealed that she believes the late Queen Elizabeth II still communicates with her through her beloved corgis. This also sheds light on why the Queen once reacted with such fury when a relative suggested getting rid of her dogs. Behind the smiles and formal appearances in public, the Wales family is deeply united by something profoundly personal: love, loyalty, and a touch of delightful chaos. In a recent book, a former member of the royal household shared, "Sometimes Kate has to treat William like the fourth child. He gets down when things don't go as planned, and she's the one who keeps him grounded. And so beneath the weight of the crown and royal duties there lies a simple, beautiful story. A mother, a father, 3 children, a proud puppy, and now 4 tiny lives that bring warmth and joy to their home. The love and connection within the family have created a space filled with laughter, comfort, and warmth where each member draws strength and solace from one another." Let's rewind to where it all started before titles and the glare of the spotlight with a shy university student named Kate. How did Kate Middleton become a part of the royal family? In the fall of 2001, 2 young students made their way to the University of St. Andrews in Scotland. One of them was Prince William's second in line to the British throne. The other was a quiet, confident girl named Kate Middleton. Both were freshmen studying art history, though William later switched to geography. Despite their differences, they shared a certain shyness, but also an underlying energy. At first, they were simply classmates, friends. Prince William once shared, "We laughed a lot. Kate had a mischievous sense of humor, and it really clicked with me. As for me, I had a rather dry sense of humor." Before long, their friendship grew stronger. They studied together, played sports together, and spent hours talking like old friends. But at that point, love had not yet entered the picture. Not yet. They were simply 2 university students living a life that was far from ordinary, yet still under the shadow of royalty. Then, in March 2002, everything changed. A charity fashion show took place, and Kate walked the runway in a daring see-through dress while Prince William sat in the audience. For the first time, he saw her in a different light, not just as a friend. "Wow," he is said to have whispered to a friend. The British press also took notice. From that moment forward, Kate Middleton was no longer just another student at St. Andrews. She had captured the attention of a future king. By their second year, both Kate and William had ended their previous relationships. Along with their friends Fergus Boyd and Olivia Blaisdell, they moved into a shared apartment. That small flat became the place where their friendship grew into something deeper, though they kept it under wraps. One friend remarked, "She's loyal, discreet, and very mature. She's active but not showy. William trusts her completely." Prince William, who had always been cautious about the media due to his mother's experience, made every effort to shield Kate from the public eye. "It's difficult," he once said. "You meet a girl or even just have lunch together and suddenly she's all over the newspapers." Her parents began receiving phone calls, and it was unfair, but love isn't always something that can stay hidden. In the fall of 2003, the couple's bond began to deepen. Those close to them began to notice the shift. They started spending more private time together, away from the bustle of university life. However, they remained careful, avoiding public displays of affection, never holding hands in public, and only sharing their feelings in quiet, private moments with just a few close friends, knowing the truth. Everything changed one night at a party. They were playing the game, Never Have I Ever. Carly Massey Birch, William's ex-girlfriend, turned to the group and said loudly, "I've never dated two people in this room." The room fell silent. Only William had dated both Carly and Kate. He took a sip, clearly furious. "I can't believe you said that," he muttered. Kate didn't speak much to Carly after that, and now everyone in the room knew the truth. William and Kate were not just friends. They were in love. Their next destination was Belgrove House, a small, peaceful home on the outskirts of Edinburgh. It was a quiet sanctuary far from the paparazzi and the pressures of royal life. There they cherished the little privacy they had left. They prepared a picnic, opened a bottle of white wine, and sat quietly beneath the trees, watching the birds fly nearby. For the first time, they were just a young couple in love. They shared dinner, went to the market, and cooked together. William even went as far as setting up a champagne fridge, creating a space for them to unwind and enjoy each other's company. Royal biographer Robert Jobson later reflected that those were carefree days, full of romantic walks and quiet nights where they learned to grow together as a couple. Thanks to a confidentiality agreement following the tragic death of Princess Diana, the press left them alone for a while. During this time, they were able to enjoy the simple pleasures of student life, spending entire nights in local bars like Ma Bell's, attending parties, dancing at festivals, and even going hunting together. In March 2004, Kate and William made a secret trip to North Yorkshire, determined to keep a low profile. When their group went out for dinner, they quietly slipped away, but as expected, the truth eventually surfaced. Later that month, Kate joined William Prince Harry and Prince Charles on a skiing trip to Klosters, Switzerland. Klosters was a favorite royal destination, particularly cherished by Prince Charles. By this time, Kate had visited royal estates such as Highgrove and Sandringham House, fully becoming part of William's inner circle. On the slopes, William let his usual caution slip away. He helped Kate onto the ski lift, standing close to her and gazing at her with a tender, affectionate look. The press, ever watchful, took note. On April 1, 2004, The Sun published a 5-page spread titled, "Finally, Wills Has a Girlfriend." The images of William and Kate skiing together quickly went viral. She was now being described as his first serious girlfriend. In an instant, the world's curiosity exploded. Everyone wanted to know about the girl who might one day become queen. Prince William was deeply upset when the news broke. A royal source revealed that the leak was a significant breach of protocol. The palace quickly reminded the media about the confidentiality agreements that were in place. Clarence House issued a rare public statement with spokesperson Patty Harbison commenting, "We are very displeased with this violation." However, notably, they did not deny the relationship between William and Kate. Even Kate's father remained silent on the matter, keeping his thoughts to himself during the media frenzy. "We are just good friends." Kate's father, Michael Middleton, smiled and said, "That's all I can say." The public's reaction was swift and intense. Although royal photographer Arthur Edwards wasn't involved in the photos of the Klosters trip, he was banned from attending future royal events. Despite the controversy, William stood firm in his position, maintaining his privacy. The newspaper declared that William had matured, and suddenly everyone wanted to know more about the woman he was dating. Who knows, maybe one day she will become queen. Kate had officially stepped into the public eye, and it was far from an easy experience. Just days after the article about William's relationship was published, rumors began circulating that News of the World had published topless photos of Kate. While these claims were false, the damage had already been done. That brief skiing holiday had altered everything. Behind the scenes, the fairy tale was far from perfect. Although the media dubbed her Kate from the Closters family, William began to pull away. That summer, while he traveled with friends and was spotted with other women, Kate quietly returned to work. She modeled for a country fashion brand with a rustic aesthetic, leaned on her mother Carol for support, and tried to keep her composure. She also traveled to Paris with friends, though she wasn't usually one to open up. But that summer felt different. One night after drinking too much, she confessed, "We are on a break. I don't know if I should call him or wait." Her friends noticed the sadness in her eyes. "She misses him," one of them said, though Kate never mentioned it again. But love, as it often does, proved to be persistent. By the fall of 2004, Kate and William had reunited and returned to St. Andrews, living together once more. Despite all the challenges they faced that summer, they found their way back to each other. They were stronger now. They understood the world outside and in the end had chosen one another. Many years later, on April 29, 2011, Catherine Middleton walked down the aisle at Westminster Abbey. She was no longer just Kate. She was officially the Duchess of Cambridge. The day became a national celebration, with over 300 million people watching worldwide and 26 million tuning in live from the UK. Her wedding dress, designed by Sarah Burton at Alexander McQueen, became a timeless symbol. As a wedding gift, the Queen bestowed upon them Anmer Hall, a country estate near Sandringham. William and Catherine later welcomed 3 children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, marking the beginning of their own family legacy. However, Catherine's role was never merely about titles or appearances. She entered royal life with grace, commitment, and a clear purpose. In March 2011, shortly after their wedding, she and William launched a wedding gift fund, encouraging people to donate to 26 charities instead of offering traditional gifts. The fund was managed by the Prince William and Prince Harry Foundation. By June 2012, the fund was renamed to reflect Catherine's growing involvement, becoming the Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Catherine proved herself to be more than just a wife and mother. She became a quietly powerful figure within the British monarchy, always poised, always well-prepared, and steadfastly supporting the man she had loved since their university days. Behind the crown, beyond the graceful waves and radiant smiles, lies the story of a woman who met a prince and stood by him even as the world watched with relentless scrutiny. Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, is not simply married into royalty, she has become its steadfast foundation. Her journey in many ways is just beginning. This is the quiet rise of a future queen. Catherine Elizabeth Middleton was born on a cold winter day, January 9, 1982, in Reading, England. The Royal Berkshire Hospital welcomed a baby girl who would later become one of the most photographed women in the world. But at that time, there were no royal titles, just the joy of 2 young parents, Michael and Carol Middleton, both working for British Airways. Michael was a flight coordinator and Carol was a flight attendant. They were part of England's upper middle class, quietly connected to the aristocracy, but always grounded in hard work and dedication. "She has her mother's eyes," someone whispered in the hospital. No one could have imagined that those eyes would one day meet the gaze of a future king. Catherine's early years were simple and filled with love. She was baptized at the local St. Andrew's Church in Bradfield on June 20th, just a few months after her birth. The Middleton family was growing with a sister, Philippa, better known as Pippa, and a brother, James, who would be born later. The family lived in Bradfield, Southdown, Berkshire, in a cozy home that was always filled with warmth and affection. In May 1984, something unexpected happened. Michael's job took the family from England to Amman, Jordan, a bold move when Catherine was only 2 years old. In Jordan, she attended an English-speaking preschool where she learned to adapt, observe, and grow in a completely new environment. Though she may not remember every detail, those formative experiences shaped her in significant ways, teaching her how to view the world and embrace change with resilience. Two years later, in September 1986, the Middleton family returned to England and settled back in Berkshire. It was at this time that Catherine began attending St. Andrew's School, a private institution near Pangbourne, at the age of just 4. Even at such a young age, Catherine showed early signs of quiet leadership, a trait that one of her teachers would later recall. She exhibited a calm confidence, something that would continue to define her public life in the years to come. In 1987, Carol Middleton had a big dream. With determination and a small kitchen table, she founded Party Pieces, a mail-order business specializing in party supplies. It was a humble start, but full of promise, and over time, the business grew into a successful and well-known brand. As the company expanded, so did the family's wealth. By 1995, the Middleton family moved to Bucklebury, a quiet village that Catherine would come to cherish, a place where she could enjoy the peace and simplicity of a down-to-earth life. If you enjoyed this story and want to keep exploring, don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any other exciting videos. Now, let's continue the story together. That same year, Catherine enrolled at Downhouse School, but it didn't quite suit her. Eventually, she transferred to Marlborough College in Wiltshire, a prestigious co-educational boarding school. It was there that she truly flourished, excelling in sports, particularly field hockey, and even becoming captain of the girls' hockey team. Friends described her as energetic, polite, and enthusiastic. Catherine also earned the Gold Duke of Edinburgh's Award, a significant accomplishment that highlighted her commitment to personal development and community service. However, not everything was smooth sailing. During these years, she underwent surgery to remove a tumor from the left side of her head, a deeply private experience known only to a few. She didn't let that setback hold her back, and continued to pursue her goals with determination. When it was time for college, Catherine was accepted to the University of Edinburgh, but she chose a different path. She decided to take a gap year, a decision that would shape her future. During this year, she studied at the British Institute in Florence, Italy, where she immersed herself in the world of art. This experience broadened her horizons, helping her discover new passions and perspectives that would influence her life in profound ways. After that, Catherine traveled to Chile to participate in the Raleigh International Program, where she and other young people engaged in community service projects in remote areas. During the summer, she worked on the deck of a ship at the port of Southampton, taking on physically demanding tasks under the sun and sea breeze. Eventually, in 2001, she chose to settle at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland. Initially, she began studying psychology, but soon switched to art history, a subject she would come to love. It was in this windy, historic town of St. Andrews that fate intervened. Catherine met a young man named William Prince William. A classmate later recalled that it was just a typical student life, nothing particularly special. At first, no one paid much attention, but before long, people began to notice. Catherine and William were seen together more often, studying, eating, and walking along the beach. Catherine worked part-time as a waitress and was involved in the Lumsden Club, a group that raised funds for local activities. She was never one to sit idle. In 2005, she graduated with a Master of Arts degree majoring in art history, marking the culmination of her academic journey at St. Andrews. Although the world still knew her as Kate Middleton, things had begun to shift. Behind the scenes, quiet plans were being set in motion. By November 2006, she started working part-time as an accessories buyer for the fashion retailer Jigsaw. It was a modest role, but she approached it with dedication. Around the same time, she also became involved in the family business, helping to manage the website and product catalog for Party Pieces, the party supply company her mother had founded. There had been nothing overtly royal about her life, but that was about to change. The turning point came on a chilly November morning in 2010. News spread like wildfire Prince William and Catherine Middleton were engaged. "We're very excited," Prince William said in a rare and heartfelt statement. "It just felt right." Overnight, Catherine was no longer just a name in the tabloids. She had become the future queen. But with fame came a price. Her relationship with the media had always been strained, and now cameras followed her every move. Even before the engagement, paparazzi chased her through the streets. She had tried to keep her private life, just that private living, away from the spotlight. But now there was no turning back. However, Catherine chose to use her newfound platform for good. She became a patron of several charitable and military organizations, including the Anna Freud Center Action for Children's Sports Aid and the National Portrait Gallery. In April 2016, alongside William and Harry, she launched the Heads Together campaign, a bold initiative aimed at breaking the stigma surrounding mental health. Through these efforts, Catherine used her position not just for personal fame, but to make a meaningful impact on the lives of others. "It's time we all talked about it," she said softly at the launch. The whole world listened. Her influence continued to grow, not just in political matters, but also in culture. The media dubbed it the Kate Middleton effect. The clothes she wore would sell out within hours. Time magazine named her one of the most influential people in the world in 2011, 2012, and 2013. Then on September 9, 2022, history shifted once again. Following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, William was named Prince of Wales and Catherine became Princess of Wales. From a hospital in Reading to the royal staircase, Catherine's journey has been marked by grace, resilience, and quiet strength. Catherine never chased the spotlight, but when it found her, she stood tall. The quiet strength of Catherine Middleton is undeniable. On a freezing December day in 2006, she stood still, wrapped in a fitted coat to shield herself from the cold. Around her proud families gathered at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst to witness their loved ones participate in a solemn ceremony. Prince William was among them. Cameras flashed as Catherine held her head high. She was no longer just the prince's girlfriend, that much was clear to everyone. She was inching closer to the royal world. But just a few months later, in April 2007, everything changed. News of William and Catherine's breakup spread like a shockwave. Headlines flew fast and the public was left stunned. They had been together for years, and no one saw it coming. Yet quietly and away from the cameras, the two found their way back to each other. Whispers of reconciliation began to surface. By May 2008, Catherine reappeared, this time at the wedding of Peter Phillips Williams' cousin. William wasn't present, but Catherine attended in his place. That day, she met Queen Elizabeth II for the first time. It wasn't just a social occasion. It was a silent message Catherine wasn't going anywhere. The steps forward continued. In June, she attended the Garter Day procession at Windsor Castle. She walked with poise and grace, slowly adjusting to the rhythm of royal life. No rush, no spectacle, just steady, deliberate steps. Many years later, her world had changed dramatically. In October 2024, after months of medical treatment, Catherine made an emotional return to the public eye. She met with the families of the Southport stabbing victims and listened to their stories. One person remarked, "You could tell she genuinely cared." It was a quiet return, yet one filled with profound weight and meaning. Then in January 2025, at the Royal Marsden Hospital, she shared personal news her cancer had gone into remission. For many, it wasn't just an update. It was a symbol of hope, a moment of renewed strength after months of silent struggle. But Catherine's journey into public life had begun long before that, with each step leaving a lasting impact. After their engagement was announced in November 2010, Catherine attended a charity fundraiser with Prince William in December. Her smile was warm, but the spotlight was unrelenting. Yet she remained poised and composed. In February 2011, she officially began her royal duties alongside William at a lifeboat ceremony in Tráta. A month later, they toured Belfast and quickly captured the public's heart. Then in May, just weeks after their royal wedding, a landmark moment arrived when they met U.S. President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. The two families shared a warm and friendly exchange. One article noted, "Catherine learns very quickly." By October of that year, she was ready to take on solo engagements, marking a new chapter in her royal journey. Her first solo appearance came at Clarence House, where she represented Prince Charles. This event marked a significant turning point. Now, Catherine was entrusted with royal duties on her own. In March 2012, she delivered her first public speech at a children's nursing home. The speech was brief, simple, and heartfelt, yet it made a lasting impression. That summer, she and William became ambassadors for the London Olympic Games. They cheered on athletes, celebrated victories, and joined Queen Elizabeth II at the Diamond Jubilee, including the Trooping the Color ceremony. The public adored them. Over the years, Catherine's role grew even more significant. In June 2019, she made history by performing the Royal Salute at a military festival, marking a withdrawal, a task that had traditionally been carried out by the Queen herself. In October, Catherine and William hosted the President of Ukraine and his wife, marking the first major royal event at Buckingham Palace since the COVID-19 lockdown had been imposed. By the end of December, the couple set off on a tour of England, Scotland, and Wales aboard the royal train, taking the opportunity to thank frontline workers for their dedication. While most people supported the trip, it wasn't without its critics, with some questioning the timing and expenses involved. Despite the mixed reactions, their efforts to acknowledge the work of frontline staff resonated with many. Scotland's leader, Nicola Sturgeon, voiced concerns about travel regulations, but Catherine and William pressed on with the trip, determined to demonstrate their support. This journey was important both to them and to the public. After the passing of Queen Elizabeth, their titles changed. In September 2022, they visited Wales as the new Prince and Princess of Wales. Then in February 2023, they officially embraced their roles as Duke and Duchess of Cornwall during a visit to Falmouth, marking a new chapter in their royal journey. The public has been watching closely, but Catherine has long since proven her place. She has traveled far and wide from Canada to California, Singapore, to Sweden, New Zealand, to Norway. In Malaysia, at a nursing home, she delivered her first speech abroad. A staff member later remarked that she spoke from the heart, making everyone feel her sincerity and compassion. Catherine's genuine warmth and dedication have only deepened her connection with people across the globe, solidifying her role as a beloved figure in the royal family. In 2014, Catherine toured Australia and New Zealand with William and their son, George. Prime Minister Tony Abbott hailed it as one of the greatest royal visits ever. In the years that followed, Catherine achieved many more milestones in her royal career, hosting state banquets, delivering speeches, embarking on solo trips to the Netherlands and Denmark, and making diplomatic visits across Europe. In 2019, she and Prince William visited Northern Ireland to focus on youth programs. Later that year, they toured Pakistan, the first royal visit there in over a decade, leaving a lasting impact on British royal history. Climate change and education have long been two key issues Catherine has championed. In March 2022, she and William embarked on a tour of the Caribbean to celebrate Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee. The trip wasn't without its challenges, particularly in Jamaica, where protesters called for justice and reparations. But Catherine didn't shy away. She listened intently and learned from the public's reactions, showing empathy and understanding for these sensitive issues. From standing in the cold at Sandhurst to proudly standing alongside world leaders, Catherine's journey has never been without its difficulties, yet she continues to navigate each challenge with grace and resolve. However, through every turning point, every word spoken, every step taken, and every silent struggle, Catherine has shown what her quiet strength truly means. She is not just a princess, but a woman of responsibility, heart, and determination. Her life has been dedicated to making a difference far beyond the spotlight. Before becoming the Princess of Wales, Catherine worked quietly behind the scenes, seeking no attention, only striving to create positive change in the lives of others. Her dedication and humility have made her a powerful force in the royal family, not defined by fame, but by the impact she makes. In 2007, Catherine helped organize a photo exhibition to launch Alastair Morrison's book, Time to Reflect. The goal was simple: to raise funds for UNICEF. It wasn't about seeking attention, but driven by her passion to help others. A close source involved in the event shared that Catherine's only intention was to make a difference and contribute to a better world. The following year, she visited Naomi's House nursing home, where she didn't just pose for photos, but sat with the children, played games, and brought laughter to their lives. These were sincere moments that revealed a down-to-earth, approachable Catherine, someone who truly cared for those around her. That same year, Catherine organized a fun 1980s-themed skateboarding fundraiser, which raised $100,000 for Oxford Children's Hospital and Place, be a mental health charity. While still working at her parents' company, she also began planning events for the Starlight Children's Foundation, an organization supporting children with life-threatening illnesses. Over the years, Catherine's actions have consistently demonstrated her quiet but profound influence on the community, showcasing her commitment to humanitarian causes and the values she deeply upholds. At the same time, Catherine also supported organizing the Boodles Boxing Ball, another fundraising event aimed at raising awareness for important causes. Her charitable focus has always been clear children mental health addiction, the arts and sports. The media often refers to her influence on charitable activities and fundraising as the Kate effect. It seems that every cause she supports not only receives financial backing, but also brings a sense of hope. With a degree in art history, Catherine's love for art has seamlessly woven into her charitable work. She was involved with an art room that used art to help disadvantaged children, though it sadly closed. Additionally, she became a patron of the National Portrait Gallery, where she has made a significant impact through initiatives that promote culture and the arts. When Queen Elizabeth II abdicated, Catherine took on many important roles, becoming the patron of several prominent organizations, including the Lawn Tennis Association, the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club Action for Children, and the Royal Photographic Society. In 2019, she also became patron of the Foundling Museum, which honors England's first children's charity, further emphasizing her commitment to supporting the community. In North Wales, Catherine quietly volunteered with the Scouts, a role that was never publicized. She simply showed up and helped, reflecting her deep care and dedication to community service. In September 2020, she was appointed co-president of the Scouts alongside the Duke of Kent, taking on another key role within the organization. Catherine is also widely known for her love of sports. Every summer she attends Wimbledon, and in 2016 she officially became a patron of the All England Club. In addition to her involvement in tennis, she has participated in rowing events to raise funds. In 2012, alongside William and Harry, she launched Coach Corps, a training program created after the London Olympics to develop young sports coaches. In 2014, she and William were awarded lifetime honorary memberships at the Marylebone Cricket Club, marking a significant step in strengthening their bond with the sports community. Five years later, Catherine continued to support the Backyard Nature campaign, encouraging families to reconnect with nature and sending a powerful message about the importance of the environment for both mental and physical health. By 2022, she took over the Rugby Football Union and Rugby League patronages from Prince Harry. That same year, she also became a patron of Pitt Chandni, a British Army medical officer, undertaking a solo expedition across Antarctica, an audacious act that showcased human determination and strength. Catherine's involvement in these causes reflects her ongoing commitment to promoting well-being, resilience, and the spirit of adventure. Catherine's work with Action on Addiction has made a profound impact. In 2012, she helped launch the Impact program designed to support families affected by addiction. When Action on Addiction merged with Forward Trust in 2021, Catherine remained deeply committed to the cause. She launched the Taking Action on Addiction campaign, further demonstrating her dedication and relentless efforts to support those in need and raise awareness about the challenges of addiction. Through her continued involvement, Catherine has been a steadfast advocate for those facing addiction and the families impacted by it. A quiet yet deeply meaningful act in 2018 drew attention when Catherine donated a portion of her hair to the Little Princess Trust, an organization that makes wigs for children with cancer. That same year, she became patron of the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists and launched the Nursing Now campaign, a global initiative aimed at supporting nurses. This reflected her strong connection to the medical profession. Both her grandmother and great-grandmother had served as nurses for the Red Cross, creating a legacy that is closely tied to healthcare and further solidifying Catherine's commitment to improving the well-being of others. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Catherine continued her work, often behind the scenes. She participated in online calls with NHS staff and quietly volunteered for the Royal Voluntary Service, offering her support during a challenging time. Her involvement with the East Anglia Children's Hospice remained strong, as she had been a dedicated supporter since 2013. Catherine played an active role in the annual Children's Hospice Week, a crucial event aimed at raising awareness and providing support for families with seriously ill children. Through these efforts, Catherine demonstrated her unwavering commitment to those in need even in the face of unprecedented challenges. Most recently, in January 2025, Catherine became Joint Royal Patron of the Royal Marsden Hospital alongside Prince William, further demonstrating her unwavering commitment to healthcare. Later that month, she took on another meaningful role as patron of Tai Hoffen, a children's hospital in Wales. Catherine's story is not defined by headlines or grand speeches. It is about her actions, quiet visits, impactful campaigns, and a consistent presence behind truly important causes. Her dedication proves that her commitment is not just a public image, but a journey filled with love, responsibility, and genuine care for others. If this story has sparked your curiosity and you want to uncover more untold secrets of the royal family, don't forget to like and share this video so everyone can explore it together. Make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss any exciting videos filled with fascinating and surprising stories. Thank you for watching, and let's continue to discover many more mysteries in our upcoming videos.